Have you ever thought that seemingly healthy snacks like peanuts or cashews, which are often found in the house, are secretly weakening your heart, aching legs, tired knees, and gradually fading your memory? Sounds a bit strange, right? Because for many years, we still think of nuts as golden foods, good for the heart, helping you feel full for a long time. Some people even eat them instead of rice every night because they think eating nuts is healthy. But not all nuts are the same. There are types that are really good, but there are also types that, if eaten regularly, are the seeds that silently take away your flexibility, memory, and even your self-control in movement. I'm not telling this story to scare you, but because I believe that when we understand more about what we eat every day, we will choose to live more proactively, gently, but strongly. Today, I want to share with you 3 nuts to avoid if you're over 60, and 3 nuts to eat regularly to keep your legs strong, your heart healthy, and your mind sharp. Before we get started, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you haven't already. This will help you never miss out on any of our personalized health tips. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, if there's anything I can improve, please enter 0 so I can make it better. I'd love to hear from you. Do you like peanuts? I know many people do. Salted roasted peanuts, boiled peanuts, peanuts and candy, even peanut butter. They are everywhere. But the sad thing is, peanuts are not nuts. Actually, they are a legume. They grow underground. And that environment is the perfect condition for mold. During the growing and storage process, peanuts are very susceptible to aflatoxin, a toxin produced by fungi, which can damage the liver and affect the immune system if it accumulates in the body for a long time. And the elderly, when the liver's detoxification function has decreased, are even more susceptible. Not only that, peanuts also have a very high ratio of omega-6, a type of fat that causes inflammation if not balanced with omega-3. Chronic inflammation is what causes dull knee pain, stiff joints, weak heartbeat, and even memory loss. A cousin of mine, now 68, used to eat peanut butter every morning because she thought it was a quick and healthy way. But after a routine checkup, her doctor advised her to stop because her liver was showing signs of chronic inflammation. Since then, she has switched to almond butter, and her condition has improved significantly. I'm not saying peanuts are the enemy, but if you have problems with blood pressure, heart disease, or are taking blood thinners, peanuts are definitely something to stay away from for a while. And then there's another nut, creamy, smooth, and a favorite snack, cashews. But you know, that delicious taste hides a problem, oxalate, a substance in cashews that can block calcium absorption in the intestines. This means that no matter how much milk you drink or how many calcium-rich green vegetables you eat, if you eat too many cashews, your body will still lack the calcium needed to build strong bones. And when your bones weaken, you don't feel it right away. But then one day while you're shopping, you trip over a brick and fall. And that time, you might have to stay in the hospital for a month. In addition, cashews have a fairly high glycemic index compared to other nuts. If you eat a lot, it can easily cause a sudden increase in blood sugar, affecting the nerves in your legs and arms, causing blurred sensation, and even foot ulcers that are difficult to heal, which is very dangerous for people with a history of diabetes. A neighbor once had to have part of his toe amputated because a small scratch took a long time to heal. Later found out that in his daily diet, cashews made up a large amount because they are delicious, soft, and easy to chew. It sounds heartbreaking, but it's true. We don't blame cashews, it's just that the bodies of older people no longer react the way they did when they were young. Choosing the right foods is now not just a habit, but a part of survival. There's another one, tiny, often sprinkled on salads or made into pesto. Pine nuts. They may sound fancy and healthy, but behind their small appearance lies a host of problems. Pine nuts can interact with a variety of medications, from blood pressure medications, heart medications, to antidepressants. You may not feel it right away, but even a slight disruption in your metabolism can cause your heart to race, your blood pressure to spike, or worse, prolonged insomnia, neurological effects. Not to mention pine mouth syndrome, where everything you eat after consuming pine nuts tastes metallic, can last for weeks. When your sense of taste is affected, you eat less, lose your appetite, lose weight, and your muscles weaken. The vicious cycle begins. I know what you're thinking. So what am I going to eat? Don't worry. In the next part, I will tell you about 3 types of nuts that are not only safe but also a savior for the health of old age, helping you to keep your feet, protect your memory, and continue to live a life where you can walk, smile, and love on your own. If you find this useful, please leave a comment, because maybe sharing it will help someone else live a healthier life. I know that after listening to the previous part, you may be a little confused because the foods you thought were healthy turned out to be not. But don't worry. Every problem has a solution. Nature doesn't take anything away from anyone without leaving something better if we know how to choose. And if you are looking for a nut that is good for memory, strong bones, and cardiovascular support, then I want you to remember the first name: almonds. Almonds, the silent companion of old age. Did you notice? Older people who are still agile and clear-headed, they often have one thing in common. They not only eat right, but also maintain small things, like a handful of almonds every day. Almonds contain a lot of natural calcium and magnesium. This is an important duo for strong bones. You've heard of calcium, but magnesium is what helps calcium absorb in the right place. Without magnesium, calcium can be pushed astray, accumulating in the blood vessels instead of the bones, which can easily cause atherosclerosis or joint calcification. In addition, almonds also provide high-quality vegetable protein and good fats, essential elements to maintain muscle, avoiding muscle atrophy when you reach 60 years old and above. A small handful of almonds every day can help you maintain the strength to climb stairs, carry your grandchildren, or simply walk steadily without worrying about falling. That's not all. Almonds also contain antioxidants located right under the thin brown skin, which helps protect brain nerve cells, keeping memory clear and thinking quick. An uncle I know, this year 73 years old, eats 7 to 8 almonds soaked in water the night before every morning. He said, "Since eating almonds, I have less constipation, sleep better, and feel like I can remember many old stories more clearly." I don't think it's a miracle. It's just that the body, when given the right nutrients, will heal itself. And if you're looking for a brain-protecting nut, literally, remember the name walnuts. Just look at the shape of a walnut and you'll see. It looks exactly like the human brain. And that's no coincidence. In Eastern medicine, people call it heaven's will. Nature creates foods that suggest its own effects. Walnuts contain a rare type of plant-based omega-3, ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. This is the lubricant for nerve cells, helping to maintain memory, alertness, and even quick reaction time. Do you remember those days when you were doing something but forgot where you were going? Or when you were saying something and missed a word? At those times, walnuts are something that can help you reduce that condition. Not to mention, walnuts also contain polyphenols, a powerful anti-inflammatory substance that can penetrate the blood-brain barrier, helping to protect nerve cells from oxidation, one of the major causes of memory loss and dementia in old age. I have a close friend, 65 years old. Since the day I shared, she has been eating 3 to 4 walnuts every night before going to bed. She said, I don't know if it's thanks to walnuts, but I find myself remembering old songs, remembering poems, and sleeping more deeply. That's what I've always believed. When you eat the right food, your brain will thank you with clarity. And finally, a nut that you may have eaten but haven't noticed its superpower: pistachios, also known as pistachios. Pistachios have a cool green color and a light fatty flavor. But the great thing lies deep inside. They contain potassium, a substance that helps stabilize blood pressure, especially useful for those with a history of high blood pressure after the age of 60. Potassium in pistachios helps neutralize the amount of salt in the body, which puts pressure on the blood vessels, making the heart work harder and easily causing headaches, tired legs, and dizziness. In addition, pistachios also contain two extremely important substances for the eyes: lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect the macula of the eye, reducing the risk of macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in the elderly. Just think, when your eyes are bright, your heart is healthy, your mind is clear, then your walking will be steady, your smile will be more natural. That is what I hope you can have. And pistachios also help you keep your hand muscles flexible. Every time you peel each small shell, you are practicing your hand-eye coordination, which is extremely important to avoid hand tremors, clumsiness, or dropping things after the age of 65. You see, almonds, walnuts, pistachios are not just food. They are little friends that silently help you preserve the most precious thing. That is the strength to continue living happily, living firmly, and living independently. You know, the longer I live, the more I believe that. Old age is not a decline, but a process of turning inward. Turn back to listen to your body, to understand that the smallest things, like a cup of warm water, a good night's sleep, or a handful of healthy nuts every day, are the foundation that helps you continue to walk steadily. We cannot hold on to our youth, but we can choose to live healthy and clear-minded in our own time. You don't have to change everything at once. Just start with one small thing. Maybe today you switch from peanuts to almonds. Tomorrow you try adding a few walnuts before bed. Or this week you add pistachios in the afternoon instead of cookies. Each of those small actions is a love message you send to yourself. And remember this: health, memory, and self-control don't come from luck. They come from the choices you make every day. Choosing the right foods, choosing the right sleep times, choosing to keep your spirit light. You are nurturing your own stability. Not loud, not ostentatious, but very beautiful, very peaceful. I didn't make this video to scare you away from peanuts or cashews. It's to show you that you deserve to live a healthy, clear, and proactive life, even after 60. If you feel like your body is changing, your memory is not what it used to be gentle with yourself. Don't blame. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Start today with a small change for yourself, for the days that are still ahead. You can still remember every memory. You can still go shopping, cook a simple meal. You can still take your grandchildren for a walk around the house, if you allow your body to be taken care of again from the beginning. If this sharing touches something in your heart, I hope you leave a message. You can just write, "I have started." That's enough. Because who knows, that message might be the motivation for someone out there to start a new journey. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the Health Elderly channel, and turn on the notification bell, so I have the opportunity to accompany you every week with gentle but meaningful content for health, independence, and joy in old age.